What do you think that the people here in Munich could learn from our culture?
I think that I could learn a lot from them as far as like not caring too much. But I think that they could learn from us of it is okay to smile at somebody. It is okay to say, like you said, like compliments. Like, oh, I like your hair today. Or, oh, I like your shoes.
Yeah.
Or, you know, just
the little things.
Just the little things. Like you don't have to just do this to me.
That German stare.
Literally.
Howdy und Servus, y'all. My name is Paulina de los Santos, and welcome back to another episode of The Pod Abroad, which is a show where I speak to my international friends here in Munich, Germany. I've lived here for almost 9 years, which is wild. I'm originally from Texas. I moved here for a master's program, and then I liked it so much that I stayed. Munich is like my favorite city in Germany. I'm so biased. I'll always say like it's the best city. But yeah, I've been here so long that like it's my bread and butter. It's what I know. And yeah, I'm very happy because today's episode is all about talking about the US South and the Free State of Bavaria. I don't know if you know that they call it Freistaat Bayern, which is the free state of Bavaria, which is very Texan. Like they're super, super prideful in that way. So I'm here with my sweet friend, the sweet Georgia peach, Bailey.
Hey, y'all.
Woo-woo. Yeah, and we're going to go through some cultural similarities between Bavaria and the South in the U.S. And hear about her life growing up in Georgia and then living in Tennessee and then now your life here in Munich, Germany. All of that good stuff. And before y'all come at me and say that Munich is not Bavaria, yeah, fair. That's fair. But for the sake of generalizations and this video, we're just going to get into it anyway. So yeah, Bailey, take it away. Give us a little intro. And then like what brought you here to Germany?
Hey friends, I am from Georgia, but then I moved to Tennessee. I moved to Tennessee in 2018. I met my husband on Facebook.
Woo woo! Facebook, a good old Facebook group.
The good old Facebook. And it wasn't like a dating site. It was like a group, which is wild. So moved to Tennessee. I'm a nurse, so I can work anywhere. Lived in Tennessee for a while. My husband got a job with the same company. He's been there for forever.
We love an internal transfer.
It wasn't, yeah. And so he was like, "You want to move?" And I was like, "You know what? Hell yeah, girl. Let's go." And
without hesitation, you're like, "You know what? You know, hell yeah."
And there was a little hesitation just because, like, I have strong family ties, and I'm very close to everybody that I surround myself with. So it was a little difficult, but I was like, you know what? Like, let's go. Like, why not? So we moved here in October of last year, and here we are now.
I love that. Yeah. And now, like, it is July 2025. So it's been, let me see if I can do quick maths. I think that's what, like 8 or 9 months?
Long enough. Long enough to birth a baby.
Yeah.
Which I don't have.
To birth a baby in Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I love that you're just like, well, why the hell not? And that's kind of like, that was my vibe when I first moved to Germany, is that I'm like, nothing in life has to be permanent. Yeah. Like, fuck it. Yeah. Let's just see. Like, let's like, but why live with a like, what if?
Exactly.
Maybe I should have gone after all.
Yeah. So we're on a contract here. And so we can extend, or if in that contract at the end, we're like, let's go home, we can. We own a home still in Tennessee. So there's that. But honestly, it's so nice to not have to be there at this moment. And also to get it, to experience everything that we're experiencing. Like I've met great people. So like, let's go. I'm a big foodie. I want to eat.
Yes.
So,
I love that. We'll get into a little bit of German food later too. We'll get into it. I want to kick off with like part one, talking all about your move to Germany and ask you, like, had you ever been to Germany before? I know that like you've told me that you went on this whole like solo trip.
Yeah.
I love that for you.
Yeah.
I haven't done that yet. Maybe I need to experience that in my life. But had you been here before?
Yeah. So the first time I went out of the country, it was after I got divorced and the Eat, Pray, Love came up. And so I ended my trip in Munich, actually. And this was in 2017, 2018. So Chris and I, my husband, were just like chatting at this point. We had met once, but it wasn't anything like serious. So yeah, I ended my trip. I had went to 4 other major cities and then I ended here. And I loved it. Like I was like, oh, the beer is good.
Really?
Like the vibes are good.
Ooh.
But it wasn't like like Italy. Like I love Italy, right?
Yeah.
Or like the pasta or whatever. But
you're like, this is
But
nice.
I was like, this is a vibe.
Wait,
Like,
was it in the summer?
Yeah, it was in May. It was in May.
Of course. Like, was there like decent weather?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, so I was like, oh, this is nice. And so I flew back, and that was in May. At the end of May of 20. I don't remember 17 maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had went. And I loved it. So yeah.
So when Chris was like, oh, they're saying Munich, Germany is where we'd go, you're like, oh, I know Munich.
Well, yeah. So we've traveled like together since, and we've went to like Cologne and other parts of Germany together, but we've never been to Munich together.
Not together.
But so he had always told his boss, like, hey, like if the opportunity arises, like I want to go, like wherever you want to send me. And Munich was always like his favorite city. And so whenever he said, hey, like we have the opportunity to possibly go, are you in? And I was like, you know what? Hell yeah, girl. Let's get your tits out. Let's go. And so
I love it. You know, cheers to that, girl.
Cheers to that.
Let's do a little ching ching. I love it.
Yeah. So I was like, let's go.
Wait, let's backtrack. Had Chris gone to Munich before then?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So
he's the
you've
one that
gone, Chris had gone, but y'all had never experienced it together.
He's the one that influenced me. So whenever I was planning my Eat, Pray, Love trip, this had been a while after my divorce. And so I was like kind of getting back out in the like chatting with people scene. And he was like, hey, like you should go to Munich. Cause I was like, okay, I'm going to spend, like 3 weeks abroad. And he was like, yeah, make that your last trip. And I was like, okay. So we did. I didn't know that it was his favorite at that time. Like I just thought he was like, oh yeah, like it's nice.
Yeah.
No, it's his favorite.
I love to hear it. Love to hear that love about Munich.
Yeah.
So let's backtrack. It's your first week after moving here. What are like the biggest shocks, or were there any shocks? Because like you'd already been here before. Was it different this time? Like knowing that like you've moved here for like at least 2 years.
I think we're still in the honeymoon phase of it.
Yeah.
Just because we had moved here in October.
Yeah.
And we had already had another trip planned to Africa 2 weeks later.
True. Oh my gosh, you went to South Africa.
Yeah, exactly. And so
y'all didn't have time to breathe.
No, and we had our dogs. So like our 2 dogs flew with us. And so I think our biggest concern was, what the hell do we do our dogs? Like we always had the same person like watch our dogs and was accustomed, and they were already like terrified when they got here. So we found somebody. They're great.
It's like new smells, new
everything.
food.
And like the apartment life versus having
pumping like AC.
And we had a huge ass backyard that was fenced in. So like the dogs were like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
So that I think it was more of an adjustment for them. Like for us, like we travel. And so I think in that spot we were still like, oh, this is just honeymoon. Like this is just that first week we're like, oh, let's like get to know where we're at. Is there good restaurants, or like where's the grocery store?
Staples.
Exactly.
Yeah. Trying to get your bearings.
Yeah.
And how was that though?
It was an adjustment because we lived in a neighborhood where you don't walk anywhere.
Yeah.
Or
no, same in Texas.
Yeah. Like
you don't.
One of my best friends lives in the same neighborhood I do, but to walk to her house would be 30 minutes.
In the same neighborhood.
In the neighborhood.
That's
but
wild.
Then it's like a
see, like Germans can't comprehend that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, truly. They're like,
the neighborhoods in the US are sometimes like massive.
Yeah.
Yeah. My family also lives in a huge neighborhood. It can take like 10 minutes to drive out of it.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Simply to get out.
The same.
Yeah. And that's a drive.
Yeah. So I think that was the most culture shock at that moment. Yeah. Obviously, there's been plenty since, but at that moment, we're like, oh, we can walk and get a pizza in like 7 minutes.
Oh.
You know, just like little things. And so that
trying to get food, groceries, little things.
Exactly. So that was exciting for sure.
Did y'all have your car like from the get-go or?
No. So, well, I lied. Yeah, we did. We had rented with like a long-term rental place because our licenses were good for 6 months until you have to transfer.
I remember,
So we had a car. So we were able to like go and explore.
Yeah.
But we didn't really have time to in that first like 2 or 3 weeks. It was just kind of like unpack and figure out life a little bit.
That's wild. I remember y'all saying that like you had planned this South Africa trip like before you fully like knew that you were coming to Germany.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what it was like to like move across the entire world, like from North America to Europe, and then you have this African trip planned. Yeah. Like that's and it was, so many continents. Yeah.
And then like a week later I flew to the US.
My gosh.
But it was fun. It was for Adele.
Yeah. Love it. We love you, Adele. Yeah. I saw her in Munich too last summer. Oh my, like life changing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. My mom and I cried. It was pouring rain. Like
worth it.
All the feels.
She set the fire to the rain, didn't she?
She indeed did. She did. It was just like magic.
Yeah.
And what was funny, like on a side, this is a whole side note, but like at the time, like I remember like when they announced like Adele's coming to Munich, like literally all the Munich people, like they keep it too real. They were like, girl, like you could have chosen London. Like why'd you choose us?
Because why not?
Why not? But like it's so funny that like the Germans are like so little. They're like, but why Munich? Like and I love it. Like I loved it. Obviously it was really nice. Like as someone living here that like I didn't have to go somewhere.
Yeah.
But that was just funny.
Yeah.
The Germans just say it like it is.
Yeah, truly.
They do.
They don't give a shit.
What were your first impressions of the Münchner, like the Munich people?
Well, so the first impression was my neighbors. Yeah. And this was maybe like 3 days after we moved. Mm-hmm. So whenever you live in an apartment complex or, like a neighborhood, a shared space is a shared space. Mm-hmm. So in our apartment building, we have this courtyard. Mm-hmm. And so in the U.S., like we would just take our dogs out and like let them go to the bathroom. Yeah. And then just like pick up their poop or whatever.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And so we just thought this was normal. So at night, like we went and walked.
It's day 3.
It's day 3. Like, yeah. So we're like walking the dogs in the courtyard and somebody was like, hey. Oh. And me and Chris were like, what? And they're like, this is public area for the neighbors. Like, you need to take your dogs out. And we were like, oh yeah, like we'll be happy to. We didn't know. We didn't even know that our back fence connected to like a park area because we were so new. Yeah. Like we just didn't know.
But they gave you that, hey.
Yeah, immediately. And I was like, I get stressed about things anyway. And so I was like, and so Chris was like, girl, it's not a problem. Aww. And so
like the calm in the relationship.
Yeah. And I'm like stressing out for 14 days. Business days afterwards.
Yeah.
And then like a week later, he's like, hey, how are y'all? And I was like, oh.
Stop. The same neighbor?
The same neighbor.
Oh,
and now he's like the nicest neighbor. He's always like talking to me about the U.S. His son lives in the U.S. And like, I'm like, what a change.
I love to hear
it. Welcome change. Aww. Yeah. But that was kind of like my first impression overall.
They were enforcing. He was enforcing those rules.
Yeah.
But like, it was sweet like nice.
In the end. But at the beginning, I was like, oh shit.
He hates us.
He hates us. But then I realized like that's just kind of how Germans are. They're just direct, and it's not like an intentional like I'm going to be an asshole to you. Like it's just hey,
I'm gonna tell you
and
I
can appreciate that now that I know. Like it took me a minute to like not take it personal, but now I'm like, oh, you know what? Thank you. Like I don't want to be a problem. I don't want to be a problem.
Yeah, yeah. And like day 3, like how could you know? You didn't know.
I wouldn't know.
Like
especially because the norm in America is so different than the norm here.
For sure. So and like the delivery like could have been better.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, like relationship like salvaged.
Yeah. And now he's like the cutest, wearing his little slippers in the hallway. And
I
I'm like,
love that.
Hey. And he's like, hey. And so it's, yeah.
That's so sweet. That reminds me, like, when I don't know if you know, like, I had braces during the pandemic. I did. I had a whole phase because I had jaw surgery. Yeah, the screws in the face, like everything. And I remember, like, the receptionist at my orthodontist here in Munich was like, what I thought she was so like mean to me. She wasn't being mean. She was just like really like all business, real like super strict. And over the course of like those years, like this is like when my German wasn't that good. Like I started like learning new little phrases, and I was just like asking her like, how's your day going? And she was just like, oh, like, and then like she opened up, like she blossomed like a flower with me. And I swear, like when I got my braces off, I literally brought her donuts and I was like, hey girl, like here. And she like gave me a hug, and I was just like, oh.
Did you say, am I back in America?
Like yeah,
what?
It had been like 2 years. Yeah. Like just me and the receptionist. And like, it was so funny because like I was reminiscing on like that first day that I was like, oh, she hates me.
Yeah.
But like she didn't. Yeah. She didn't. Like it just took time.
Yeah. It's not personal.
No,
and I think that yeah. One day I was like, oh my God, your hair's so pretty. And from the South, like I try to see the pretty or the beauty in everything. And so like I want to compliment somebody because it makes people feel better. But the first time I did that to somebody, they went, what? But then they were like so taken aback that they were like, thank you. Like, because I didn't want anything out of return. Like I had already paid something or, whatever. Like it's not, I don't
This
want
isn't
anything.
for an exchange.
Exactly.
This compliment.
It was just me trying to make somebody smile, so.
Girl, I miss that.
I know.
You
it's
still
wild.
have your sparkle. Like I love that. Like I really do miss like people like little like compliments or stuff. And like, I should kind of bring that back because I do like, I don't know, in my commute from like home to work sometimes like I'll see people on the U-Bahn and I'm like, oh, I love those shoes. Like I should tell her, and I don't. And I'm just like, because like, oh, people don't say that here. So I'm just gonna stay quiet. But like, why don't I just make someone's day?
Have you done that yet?
A few times. And people are like super like, like taken back, like, oh. And they're like, oh, thank you. Like they're like kind of shocked about it. And they're just like, what does she want from me? And I'm like, girl, like nothing. Like, bye, have a good day.
There was somebody on the U-Line, and she was like beautiful. Had this like red pair of shoes on, this like purple and blue dress that had like specks of red and like a red headpiece. And I was like, damn, sis. I didn't say it like that because I think that she might have been going to church and I didn't want to like touch that. But I was like, you look beautiful. And she immediately like, but I think she was an expat as well.
Okay.
So it made more sense for her to be like, oh, thank you.
Yeah. Just like the sigh of relief.
But it just makes me feel good to make her smile, you know? Anyway.
I really love that. Like I got like recently, I think, I was in Texas and I also went to Mexico City and I got a really cute hat there that has like this whole little like embroidered design. And literally on my way from Texas back to Munich last week, I think like 4 people said like, cool hat. Yeah, nice hat, girl. And I was like, what? Like that would never
Did you like
happen.
wipe your brow and
I
you're
was
like,
ooh.
okay.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. I literally I was like, oh, thanks. But it was just something like I'm not used to here in Munich. Yeah. Like people would think it, but why don't they say it? Like people do not. Like they'll think it, of course, like, oh, cool hat, but like you'll never like like there's a kind of like that barrier between like you and a stranger, right? But even amongst Germans, it's not just like internationals, like versus Germans. Like I've had my German friends tell me like, oh, like we just like don't, like it's openly like talk to strangers like that. And I'm like, oh, that's something that I miss. Yeah. And oftentimes I feel like a lot of Germans like perceive that as like not being friendly because they're like, you don't even know that person. I'm like, yeah, and like, I feel like we're just like misunderstood in that sense that like, oh, like it's not that deep.
It's not.
We literally just verbalized a thought.
Yeah.
I literally thought her shoes are freaking cute and I told her.
Yeah. What if you wanted to buy them?
Right?
Where'd you get them? I want them on my feet.
It's as simple as that. Yeah. I love it. I want to transition into a part talking all about Southern hospitality. Okay. And start off with like telling everyone how we met. It was actually really recent, right? Yeah. Girl, it feels like much longer, which I love.
I know. That's like real love.
Yes, it is. I think it was it May? Yeah, it was May 1st. May Day here in Germany. At a beer garden. The vibes were right. Shout out Anika. Woo woo. We love you, girl.
Yes.
Anika is my also neighbor. We're all neighbors. And she said like, oh, I know this girl, like Bailey, like we just met. And like, I think you guys would hit it off. She told me, she was like, oh, like she's so sweet. We met at the beer garden. And I remember being a little hesitant because I was like, oh, like, I know like this American girl. I didn't know much about you. I didn't even have a picture of you. Nothing. Nothing.
You're just like, oh, she's American.
Yeah,
Like, let me make her feel welcome.
All I knew exactly is that she's American. But my first thoughts are like, oh, like she's super new here. Like, what if she's like a hardcore Trumper? I don't know what, girl.
Especially from the South.
I know.
You're like, oh, she's
Georgian,
Georgian,
you just don't
Tennessee.
know.
You don't.
Obviously, like, I was still gonna vibe at the at the beer garden, but like you just don't know. And I was just like, ooh, like let's see.
Surface.
And I think I told you that like after we got back from that night at the beer garden, I came back and I told my partner Tim, like, wow, Bailey felt like a warm hug.
That's like one of the biggest compliments that you can give somebody. So I really appreciate you saying that.
You
Truly.
did. First night of meeting you, I said Bailey felt like a warm hug, and Tim said he's gonna hate me for saying that. He was like, "Oh, she gives like super sweet like aunt energy. Like, don't tell her that."
You know what,
Auntie? And
Tim, you can call me Auntie Bales anytime you want to.
I love it. He was like, "Don't say auntie," and I was like, "What's wrong with that?"
Yeah,
like,
it's a vibe.
So you give like warm, like for Tim it was like warm auntie energy.
Yeah,
and like I was just like, she feels like a warm hug, and literally this is the first day I met you, and like immediately like my cup like felt filled from that. Like from like, oh, I mean it. Like it's really hard sometimes here. Like, girl, I've been living here almost 9 years, and it's really hard for me to like to connect with someone, like especially like on the get go, like of like literally first night, and like I just like you felt so genuine, like your energy just like radiated. And I was just like, oh, like it felt so good to me, and I was just like, oh, like I hope she feels like the same. I hope she like felt warm vibes from me, because I knew like I wanted to see you again and like to be friends with you.
You're stuck with me now.
I love that. You're stuck with me, girl. So like it felt good, and like I don't know. I don't think I've ever told you, like the first few years that I lived here in Germany, I was younger, by the way. I was like 21, and I was just like, I've left the US. Like, I don't need American friends. Yeah. Ooh, I had that vibe for like maybe the first 3-4 years. I was just like, oh, like you need that shit. I literally was like first 3-4 years like, oh, like I left the US. Like I just like want international friends. Sure. Like I've been friends with Americans my whole life. Yeah. Like obviously I would never verbalize this, but like that was like the thought.
Because you're trying to like grow culturally.
Exactly. Like so, I was just like trying to develop. Girl, pandemic hits, and I'm like, where are my people at? Yeah. Like where are my people at? Yeah. And I met this one friend, Chris. He's also been on the pod.
From Georgia.
Yes, he's also from Georgia. And he literally like introduced me to so many American people. Shout out y'all, like here in Munich particularly. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like y'all are my people. Like y'all are my people. And I was just like, oh, how silly of me all those years to like have been like, I don't need American friends. I think it takes some time to realize like it's so wholesome and like pure, like when you have these shared experiences, right? Of like living abroad, like we're just like, oh, what the hell is going on here in Munich? Like sometimes I'm like, I don't know what that's like. And but like we have like similar, I don't know, upbringings of like, I don't know, there's a lot of similarities. You'd be surprised between states in the US of like saying the whatever Pledge of Allegiance and like
every morning
every morning at public school. See, Georgia and Texas, like same thing. Do you know what I mean? Like of like there's a lot of similarities surprisingly, or like I don't know, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, Kool-Aid, like things like that like, and I mean even deeper stuff that you have that like to hold on to, and like you're going through the same struggles. Like I've been here literally 9 years, and like girl, like I still like sometimes feel like, I mean like I feel like I have a stamp on my forehead that I'm like, oh, I'm different.
You're an Ami.
An Ami, as the Germans like to call us online, the Amis. I don't know if that's like derogatory, but like I'm gonna own it.
I am an Ami.
I am like, and I'm gonna own it. But all that being said, like I said, you're from Georgia, lived many years of your life in Tennessee. Can you tell like the German listeners, like what is the essence of like Southern hospitality? What is Southern hospitality to you?
I think that it's kind of how you described me. Like you just want to welcome people. You want to make people feel seen. You want to love people when they don't feel lovable, and just make people feel like they're at home with you. At least that's how I was brought up. And that's how I want to continue to be, whether I'm here for 20 years, whether I'm here for 2 months. Like, I just want people to feel that love. So I think that that's kind of the essence of the South, and kind of the hospitality of the South, just
absolutely
making people feel seen.
Absolutely. I love that. I love it. And I agree. I find so many similarities. I've never been to Georgia. I've been at the Atlanta airport. Shout out Delta.
Oh, it's a really great airport.
It is.
But goddamn, it's busy.
It's so busy. Yeah. There's so many little trains and everything terminals. Yeah. But I've never actually been to Georgia. But yet I find like a lot of similarities within like the theme of Southern hospitality of like where we are a bit different than like the north of the US. Yeah. And it's the same in Texas that like I feel like we're pretty warm and welcoming. And every time I visit, I'm reminded like this is what we're like. Yeah. Like I know that people here in Germany, obviously, like when you hear or watch the news about the US, like you just see the worst. I mean, like there's no good news. There is no good news.
But then you think of all the like loved ones that you have. Yeah. You're like, oh, well, let's not group them in.
Period. Yeah. Like there's been so many times that I've been here and I've been like, oh, I've actually like fallen spiral to like, oh, like I come from a hellhole or whatever. And like, but only because I'm deep into reading the news.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that the news portrays all the negative.
It does.
I mean, not to discount anything that's on the news. Not to discount that.
There is a bunch of shit. Don't get us wrong. No, there is shit.
But you don't see that
the good stuff.
The good stuff. Like with, the flooding. Like, there's so many people that are like wrapping their arms around the community.
Oh, in Texas.
Yeah. And like just trying to love everybody and like support however they can. You don't see that outside of the US. You see that like from friends sharing stuff on Facebook, like, oh, we have a GoFundMe for my church to do this. And you're like, that's the hospitality. That's the love.
It is.
But you would never see that like being in Europe or Asia or anywhere looking in onto the US.
No, so it's just bad news. And like you said, like there's a bunch of heavy, hard, brutal shit that does happen. Yeah. But like the positive stuff doesn't get reported.
It doesn't. Yeah.
And like I'm constantly reminded when I go back, I'm like, fuck, people are so nice here. And like I never actually thought that growing up because that's just how it is.
Yeah.
That's like,
and it's wild.
That's how it is.
Like politically, like even it doesn't matter your spectrum. Like they're still so nice.
I know.
And so you're just like,
I know.
So it's just
hard.
Like whenever you rally around something that matters, which everything matters, right? But like the loss of family members from a natural disaster or whatever. Like
whatever it may be.
Things that can't help. Yeah. Or things that can't be helped. Like you just see that love.
There's a strong sense of community, right?
Yeah. For the most part.
To an extent.
Like I said, like that's natural stuff. Like the other stuff is just wild.
Yeah.
But
like I said, when I go back, I'm just like, oh, I never thought people were like so nice in Texas until I moved to Germany. And then I go back and I'm like, oh, people are so nice in Texas.
The people at the HEB at the Apple aisle are saying, oh, the galas are the best this time.
True. They're like, oh, you should try. Oh, that reminds me, I was at HEB like last week with my brother. And one of the ladies' jobs there that day, she was like at a little stand and she was giving out samples of dog treats. And it was so cute. Dog treat samples in a little plastic bag.
Oh, okay. I was about to say dogs were not allowed.
No, not in the store, but like you're supposed to take it home. And she was so cute. I'm sure this wasn't a rule, but she was like, oh, I need to see a photo of your dog first. She told my brother, she's like, she's like, I strictly need to see a photo of your dog. And
because everybody loves dogs.
Yes. Yeah. And my brother's screensaver was like him and his dog, Choopy, little choops.
Choop.
Yeah, choop.
Little chupacabra.
Yeah, yes, it's short for chupacabra. It is, because he's wild.
Is he?
He's so wild. So my brother is like showing him and she's like, oh, like, and he was like in a love seat, kind of like a lazy boy. And like the lady was like, oh, he owns that chair. And my brother's like, he does. And she's like, no, like, he owns it. And it was just so cute. And after we
Cheapy's
left,
lazy.
yeah,
Boy.
after we left, like my brother was like, would you have an interaction like that in Germany? And I was like, oh
Yeah.
no, hell no.
No.
That, like, she was just like, oh, like, tell me more. Like, I want to know. Like,
And she was genuine. Like,
Yeah.
she
Oh, yeah.
probably really wanted to see a picture of your dog.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. None of that was like fake.
Yeah. No.
It was just a sweet like interaction with a stranger and at a grocery store, and like something that I definitely value.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think that the people here in Munich could learn from our culture? Shout out Munich.
I think that I could learn a lot from them as far as like not caring too much, but I think that they could learn from us of it is okay to smile at somebody. It is okay to say, like you said, like compliments, like,
Yeah.
oh, I like your hair today, or oh, I like your shoes.
Yeah.
Or, you know, just
The little things.
Just the little things. Like, you don't have to just do this to me.
That German stare.
Literally, like on the tram. So I was so uncomfortable about it at first. And then now I'm like, they'll be looking at me like this. And I go, but yeah.
You give it right back.
Yeah.
I give it right back too now.
Yeah. It took a minute though.
But it's funny because I think that like sometimes they do it unconsciously. So like when I stare back,
Exactly.
they're like,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah. Immediately.
And I'm like, oh, I
crap.
just snapped you out of your little staring fit there.
Mm.
I wanted to tell you a story of my experience like with a German in the wild. That's such a funny thing to say. But like I said, that people often say like, oh, Munich is not representative of all of like Bavaria because like Munich's a metropolitan like city and like Bavaria has a lot of countryside.
Yeah.
Similar to like Texas and like Austin's not representative like of all Texas.
Right.
Once during the pandemic, I was with two friends, Rez and Dale, and we were cycling from Munich to Tegernsee, where we went.
We did.
We went to that lake. Love it. And we were almost to Tegernsee, like when we stopped and like took a little water break.
Yeah.
So like we put our bikes on the side of the road, like we're drinking the last of our little water, and I see an old lady like walking up to us. Look at those eyes. I'm just like that, like immediate fear. I'm just like, ooh, we're in trouble. And she was like walking fast towards us. And
Did she have her trekking poles? Because you know everybody has
her
trekking poles.
She did not, because she was at home. But like her first, like my first thought was like, okay, like she's gonna be like, get off my property. Like, oops. I thought we're on the road. Like, and she comes up to us and she only spoke German. And I at that time, like it was like 2020 and like my German wasn't as good, but I got by. And she like asked like, are you thirsty? She asked us, hey, like, are you thirsty? Like, come into my garden.
What an angel.
I know. And she literally was like, come, yeah, it's like, come like into my garden. She literally welcomed us into her garden. And it's like me and my two friends, like they're married now and they're British and from the Philippines. And we're there. So like a Filipina, a British guy, and an American are there in the back of it. Her name was Barbara. Barbs. So we're in her backyard. She literally like gets us all water, like brings us little granola bars. I'm like, oh my gosh. I was just like shocked. And you know what? She brought out a photo album of her children, showed me their marriage photos, like the whole 9 yards.
Damn.
It was the sweetest interaction because I realized like my day-to-day here in Munich, like I'm often not interacting with like
that Oma was
seniors.
from the South.
She was
America. Not South America,
exactly.
but like, North America.
Like the south of the US,
Yeah.
right? And that's why I say like there's so many similarities between between the south of the US and Bavaria. And that really like hit the nail.
And that
with the
probably filled
hammer.
your cup too, because like you were craving that, especially during the pandemic.
It did.
You needed
and
that.
her too. So we
yeah.
were just there in the backyard of Barbara, and she was like, "Oh, this is my husband." I was like, "What's his name?" And she said like "Natürlich Hans," which means like naturally. His name's Hans. Like, and she said, "We're in Bavaria. Wir sind in Bayern." And I was like, "Ooh."
You said, "Okay, Babs."
Hey, Babs. It was so cute. So
Yeah.
she was just like, of course, his name's Hans, because Hans is a very
German.
German name. But it was so cute. So she had a little spunk to her.
She was a vibe.
She was a whole vibe. And I left like, exactly like having my cup filled. And I was just like shocked to think like, oh, I have this kind of maybe negative perception about people
Yeah.
in Munich,
Mhm.
because people in Munich personally, like have found like to be pretty cold
Mhm.
sometimes.
Mhm.
Whereas like, wow, I was like, maybe the people on the countryside in Bavaria are like
Maybe. Yeah.
super warm and friendly.
But I think that it's just perception,
Yeah.
like we've said. Like, and
Big
it took
time.
me
Big
a
time.
couple months to realize that it's not me. Like that's just
No.
how it is.
Yes.
And now I get it. Like I'm just like, oh, okay. Like they're not being ugly.
No, 100%. But 100% I agree with you of saying like it's perception, because when I am in this like weird mindset of like, oh, people in Munich are cold, people in Munich are cold, and I go out and I find the cold people, like,
You're like, oh shit, yeah, I'm right.
yeah, like, you know, validating, like when you live in your whole
Yeah.
world, like I feel like perception does shape reality.
Yeah.
Right. And like when you go out with like a whatever, like this is the best city or whatever, like the people are so friendly, you find
You
those.
find it. I think that you attract the energy that you put
attract.
out. Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
I agree. Like you literally find those.
Yeah.
So
And
like,
it's hard. Like
it is.
whenever, and especially in certain seasons, like if it's cold outside, you're like, I don't want to be out here. Like,
yeah.
Other people don't either. Like,
I know. In the US, like when it's like freezing, you kind of just like hang out inside, right?
yeah.
And
you have to drive everywhere to get somewhere, so somebody's in the same situation you are. So
yeah.
of course they're gonna be like, oh yeah, it's cold outside, and make that small conversation.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. And here we're like trying to like fight for our lives at the Christmas markets.
which
Yeah.
worth it.
Totally worth it.
Yeah.
Warm wine?
Yeah.
Why not?
Why
I love it.
not?
I wanted to go into the topic of like Germans and like how they mind their own business, and like say that, like, what do you think? Because like I think that people in the South, as a generalization, like don't mind their business. Like they're a little
Maybe
nosy.
I want to know the tea. I don't want to be involved.
No.
I don't. And like
You're like, don't bring me in.
And like, if you ask my opinion, if it's about you, then I'll tell you.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not going to tell you my opinion, and I'm not going to go and like ask my friends their opinion, because it's not my business to tell. But if you're telling me your opinion, I'm going to, or you're like the shit
Your
going
tea.
on, I'm like this. Damn.
Tell me more.
Yeah. But also, like, if it's private, like it's private.
Yeah.
Then, you know, like, obviously, if you entrust me to like to tell me things, then I'm not going to pry.
Yeah. I love that though. Like I kind of,
But I
don't
do want to know.
What do you like? So you're you're a little nosy within reason, right? Like within respectful reason.
Yeah. But like if like we were talking earlier about the Coldplay incident.
Ooh.
Baby, I want to know.
Tell me all
I
the
feel
details.
awful for the wife, but I'm like, shit, why are you ducking? Like, why is he making it a scene? He made it a whole scene.
He did. Okay, let's give some context. So there was a TikTok today that showed this couple at a Coldplay concert. The camera goes to them. Like typically, like at one point in the Coldplay concerts, like the camera like zooms in, like kind of like kiss cam on couples. It zoomed in on this one couple, and the guy was holding the girl. And the moment the camera hits, they're like, oh.
It was not all yellow then. It was all red. Immediately dunked. I want to know that tea. I can feel bad for the wife or the spouse of the what's the word I'm thinking of? Uninvolved.
Yeah.
Like, I feel bad for their spouses if they have spouses.
Yeah.
But baby, tell me about Mary and John.
Yeah. Tell me all the details.
I want to know.
Yeah.
Because it don't affect me.
Exactly. Yeah.
But
so
I
like,
do feel bad for the other parties.
those juicy details. I feel like there's like a break in Germans where like, I don't know, like people, like I think like working adults or whatever, like are kind of just like minding their own business. Like they don't want anything. Like they don't need to know. They don't need to know. They just like mind their own business a little too much. But like the little seniors here, ooh, they're up in everyone's business a little.
They say, oh, Hans's grandson.
Yeah. Got someone pregnant without being married. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Now that would be tea. That would be tea in the South too.
Yeah. But they're going to have a pretzel instead of like a lemonade or a sweet tea.
Yeah, love it. Once, this just reminded me of a story that once I went to Starkbierfest. Do you know that festival?
Yeah, I went. That's the first time I ever wore my dirndl.
Ooh, I love it. Yeah. I love the pronunciation. You killed it. You little dirndl. I went to Starkbierfest once at Paulaner here in Munich, which is a beer festival for those who don't know. It's in the spring. It's like a little prequel to Oktoberfest, but it happens like in
March.
March. Yeah, it's like it's a spring festival, and Oktoberfest happens in September. And I went. I had like 2 of them. Oof, and like these, the liters. I was done, and like I think that was. Unfortunately, that was like my first time drinking beer. I had gone 3 years here in Munich without drinking beer at Oktoberfest because I was like, I don't like beer. And then I chose my first time to be at Starkbierfest.
You didn't get a Helles. You were like, oh, give me that dark
Give me the dark beer. Starkbier is like literally translates to strong beer. And it's dark, like in color, and it is strong. It's like a higher alcohol percentage. I had 2 of them, went on the U-Bahn home, and knocked out. I fell asleep. I just fell asleep.
You didn't.
Period. Like just fell asleep.
Hell yeah, girl. Do your thing.
Yeah, I fell asleep. At the time, I lived on like the second to last stop of the U-Bahn in the north, and I went past the last stop. So I don't know if you knew, but like at the last stop of an U-Bahn, there's like a point of like even further, like of no return.
No.
I woke up literally in the ether, like in the dark. And I like panicked. I was like, oh, like where am I? And like the lights were off and everything. And I was like literally panicking. I was like about to hit like the emergency button when like the lights turned back on and it turned around. But the whole time I was thinking like, why didn't anyone wake me up on the last stop? And that's when I was like, Germans mind their business a little too much.
Yeah, they might have said, oh, she just needs a nap.
Or they're like, oh, not my problem.
Yeah.
Which like fair.
Yeah.
I'm not your problem. But like I was like, dang, like I don't know, cultural difference. I was like what? Like why didn't anyone wake me up?
Yeah, like what? You know, like shaking. Hey, you good?
Yeah,
like
and it was
like
anything? They let me stay in there at the last stop. Like
they didn't care. They said sis needs a nap.
You like let her get her beauty sleep. And that was just like so funny to me. I was just like, dang, like the Germans mind their business.
They really do.
They do. They're just like, well, I don't know her. Like, she's just like there. I think she's okay.
So it's funny you say that because this makes me remember. Chris and I were going on a tram stop somewhere and like people were fighting. I'm talking like
Germans?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I was like, because in my head, like, that's when I'm like, oh, is everything good? Well, then one guy like starts to walk away. And this was at, I think near Max
Weber Platz.
Yeah. And so I was like, oh God, is he okay? And like, you could see like there was some like bruising and I wanted to be like, are you okay? And Chris was like, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Conforming.
I was like, okay. But in my head, I was like, damn.
Oh, like, if he would have been like,
if he would have been like bleeding or like disoriented or anything, I would have. That's the nurse in me. But like, I was like, okay.
But Chris is like, hey, we're in Germany.
He says, sis.
Mind your own.
Yep. And
like,
said, you got it, pal.
So like they just like punched each other and like went along their day.
It was wild. But it was like also 10 and there was some like beer bottles and maybe some wine. I don't know. But I was like, you know what? Do your thing.
Yeah. Oh, you know what's so funny is that somehow I've also seen like multiple fights like on public transport.
It's wild.
It is. I mean, in the 9 years, I've probably seen like 4 of them, and Tim has seen none. My partner, like
Look
none.
At him.
None. And he's just like, girl, like, what kind of energy are you attracting?
He's the guardian angel and we're the devil.
Like, we got that little devil energy because, like, I have seen, like, fist fights.
Is that from the US wanting to know the tea?
Right?
We're like, girl.
No, and I'm like, I've literally, like, taken videos. And I've sent it to Tim. I was like, dude, like, these people were, like, going at
Tim's
each other.
like an angel drinking his espresso and man like, not my business.
Exactly, minding his own. And I'm just like, dude, like this is the Munich you don't see. And he's just like, I don't know what that is.
You're like, let me find that American popcorn at the grocery store.
I'm fully entertained, like taking a little video.
Yeah.
I'm just like, this is wild. Like I hope I don't get involved, but I'm just like,
and I hope everybody's okay at the end of it.
For sure. But like,
I want to know.
Give me my popcorn.
Yeah.
Like I'm all in, like watching these little fights.
Immediately. Clocked in.
Immediately. But it's always involved, like alcohol's always involved.
Yeah.
Like they're never like 2 sober people.
No.
They're always just like, I don't know.
I don't need it to be for my entertainment.
No, yeah. It's a sight to see. That's for sure. I want to talk now about like transition a little and talk about food in the South and ask you, let's share with our like German listeners what are like the food and drink staples of the South. And in Georgia, Tennessee.
Well, biscuits and gravy. Sweet tea.
Sweet tea. True. Which, for some context, y'all, it's like a black tea. So first it's like steeped into black tea. And then where it's put on ice with like a ton of sugar.
Shitload of sugar.
A shitload of sugar.
But you got to get the Louisiana iced tea. Or Louisiana. I don't know. Or Lipton has one too.
Lipton's solid.
So you brew 4 tea bags.
Tell us.
And then that's the concentrate.
Yeah.
Then you put a shitload of sugar until it tastes right. And then pour water over it. And then you just have to keep tasting it with your ladle to see if it tastes right.
Yeah. And a lot of ice.
Yeah. Shrimp and grits.
Ice. Ooh.
I miss them. Fried chicken and waffles. I really miss Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Also big in Texas.
Yeah. I mean, Riley's.
Oh, but grits. Cheesy grits? Do y'all have that?
Gouda.
Ooh.
They're Gouda.
They put cheddar, like cheese on grits in Texas.
Yeah. I just say Gouda grits with shrimp.
Ooh.
It's one of the best. Chicken and waffles.
Lemonade.
Yeah, I'm not a big lemonade person. I don't like sour.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a sour queen. Like my mouth like waters at the thought.
Yeah, mine is too, but not in a good way. But people do like Arnold Palmer's, which is half sweet tea, half lemonade.
Love that. You're not a fan?
No, I mean, I'll drink it and I'll be grateful for it if somebody were to serve it to me, but it's not something I'm going to order.
Yeah.
Diet Dr. Pepper.
Woo woo! Love it.
My bitch right here. Coming in clutch.
I brought it all the way from Texas. That I did. They don't have Diet Dr. Pepper here in Germany, apparently. No. Y'all need to get on that.
Immediately.
Yeah.
A lot of Tex-Mex, which is weird because it's not Texan, or just like Mexican food.
Yeah.
God, I miss like good queso and chips and good salsa because all the salsa here is sweet.
It's horrible.
Tastes like ketchup.
Stop. Oh my gosh. Yes.
Why?
Yes.
Why does it taste like ketchup?
It's horrible, right? So like the first time, rewind back. It's 2016. I like my first week in Germany. I'm craving some good salsa. I go to Rewe. You're Riwi. Riwi.
Shout out to my nephew.
He's calling it Riwi.
Yeah.
I go to my Rewe and I'm like, oh, they're selling salsa. Like something familiar, something from home. I buy the jar, take it home, grab a chip, and it tastes like ketchup.
Yeah.
Like ketchup.
Yeah.
And I look at the ingredients, second ingredient, sugar.
Sugar. Yeah. And pickles. Where's the good pickles?
Horrible. I'm just like, what is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with Germans thinking that's like what salsa should be?
And it's weird because it's the El Paso brand or Old El Paso. And you're like, oh, well, it should be good.
It should be decent.
Like,
it's for the German palate, which tastes like ketchup.
Salt, pepper, and sugar.
Yeah. Like, y'all, a good salsa like does not need sugar, like pounds of sugar, and it should not taste like ketchup.
It's a tragedy.
Yeah, no, it is. Any other Southern favorites you can think of?
God, there's so many, but it's just like Cheez-Its. You can't find a lot of which I guess is a good thing, like processed cheese here, but you don't find Doritos, nacho cheese flavored stuff, or like Cheez-Its or any thing of that nature, which is good.
Yeah.
Gut wise, you feel better moving, but sometimes you just want the shitty ass food that
it's got a little craving,
like Velveeta.
Ooh. Yeah. You had said that you miss chips and queso.
Yeah.
But for anyone the Germans, not knowing what that is, queso,
they would never know.
So queso in Spanish, we say in the South, queso in the US. And it's a cheese dip. So it's liquidy cheese. So you get it in a bowl. And oftentimes it's a little spicy sometimes. And it's liquefied.
A little jalapeno. Which I've been making a lot of things or trying out recipes. So I started making a queso with you can't find evaporated milk here, so I'm having to evaporate my own milk.
Ooh.
And then I'm getting sliced cheese and I'll make it and it tastes fine. Or coffee creamer, coffee mate creamer. You can't find a good coffee creamer. So I've been making my own with condensed milk and oat milk.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that I'm trying to do that I can't find.
Yeah.
But whenever I go back to Georgia to visit my parents, you better believe that my suitcase is 50 pounds over and I will pay that.
I love it.
Just to bring in some lifesaver mints.
Love it.
Just things that I can't get.
So that was going to be my question. Actually, I have here is like, what do you bring back?
Oh, yeah.
Tell me what you bring back.
About 400 pounds of Lifesaver wintergreen mints. Diet Dr. Pepper. Alani Nu. It's an energy drink.
Yeah. There's so many different fun brands in the US. Like the US is on their game when it comes to like several different options. Sometimes I get overwhelmed. I'm like, oh, which one do I choose? But it's so cool because there's so many fun brands to choose from.
And like, don't get me wrong, I like a good Red Bull every now and then.
Yeah.
But and I don't know if it's because like Alani's or Celsius have 200 milligrams of caffeine in the US, and here, like obviously they're not as high. And caffeine milligram. So that I like to bring like rice sides. So like cheddar broccoli or Spanish rice, which you can find like a pretty good, like Uncle Ben's here.
Yeah,
does pretty good. Seasonings, God.
Oh my gosh. I am like the spice trade. Like I bring back my spices.
You said it's not Trader Joe's, it's Trader Paulina's.
Yeah, hell
because you're bringing all the shit with you.
Same. I am.
Yeah, a pound. I don't care.
I love. There's a lot of spices. Like I bring back like Hatch green chili. Love that. Chipotle. Oof. Y'all Germans are missing out. Good chipotle powder. Super spicy. I like smoked paprika.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can only find just like sharp.
Yeah.
And it's not even spicy paprika here.
I know. It's not. Different like chili blends.
Yeah.
Like I love making a good chili.
Or like I'll bring like packets of chili. Yeah. Just like little shit like that I'm like, oh man, I miss
a spice.
And also good pasta sauces that are jarred.
Ooh,
like
really?
Yeah, like here I don't find really any good, like I like Rayos at home.
Oh yeah.
And here there's like not really any
That's
good.
like the fancy one, Rouse, I think.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it. It's from the South. Rayos.
Maybe Rayos.
Yeah, Rouse is probably right.
I don't know, but like my family also gets that and they love it.
Yeah, it's delicious.
They're like, oh, it's a little more expensive, but like it's worth every penny.
Yeah, and I miss Costco.
I love Costco. And you know what? They stand on diversity.
They do.
We love them for that. We love them for that.
All God's children said it. Amen.
Amen. Love it. Now we talked a little bit about Southern staples. What are some German things that you like food wise?
So I love the queso pretzels.
Ooh.
And also the salt and pepper ones.
Oh,
I think we had those together. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
They're called Pfefferbrezel.
Pfefferbrezel.
Oof.
Yeah.
Y'all, just for some context, like it's a pretzel that has like garlic, salt, and pepper
so good.
mix on top, like which is not traditionally, it's just salt.
Yeah.
But this one has like a little garlic, salt, and pepper, and it's so freaking good.
Franzbrötchen.
Oh yeah,
love that.
Which is, for context, a little like kind of flattened cinnamon roll.
Yeah, without the icing.
No.
Yeah,
no
it's
icing.
Just like a crunch, and like sometimes you get that good crunchy caramelized sugar on the outside. Yeah. I don't know, like even the frozen stuff is really good. Like their chicken nuggets if you're in a pinch. There's a lot of things. I'm not a big pork eater, which is weird because like German is like
a lot of pork.
A lot of pork. But the Italian food, because we're so close to Italy, like, oh my God.
Solid.
It's so good. The pizza's great here. But sometimes you just want a Domino's, but you know, just like little things.
Yeah.
But there's so much here that I'm going to miss whenever the good wine. Yeah. The good beer. Mezzo mix.
Love it.
Yeah. Little things that
and
I
mezzo
like
mix is
orange Coke.
Yeah, like half Coca-Cola and half like kind of like Fanta.
Yeah.
Right? A little bit of mix of that. I love that. You're walking into a Bavarian restaurant, like what's your go-to? Are you a schnitzel girly or you like Käsespätzle?
I like Käsespätzle. Yeah, I like that. I like schnitzel. I like the chicken, the roasted chicken. Händel.
Yeah, the Händel here in Bavaria.
They have really good pommes here.
They do.
The fries
French fries.
So good here.
Fries in Germany are called pommes.
Yeah. They're delicious.
They're so good. I don't know what it is about German fries, but they're good.
And all that, like Apfelstrudels and Apfeltaschas and Apfel. Yeah, everything's so good.
Apfelschorle.
I do.
Are you a
like
fan?
It. Yeah.
Love that. Now I want to kind of go into a bit of identity and ask you, like, do you lean into being Southern here, or have you felt more like you need to assimilate? Like, how does it feel, like, identity-wise, like, on a day-to-day?
So it's difficult because I don't want to say I don't have a purpose here as far as, like, I'm here on my husband's contract. So, like, I felt like I had an identity in the U.S.
Yeah.
And then here, I feel like I'm just trying to learn. Like, I don't feel like I really have, like, a one way or the other. Like, I can lean into my roots.
Yeah.
But I can also be willing and open to learning anything that's around me, And so as far as identity, I don't know that I'm having like an identity crisis, but I feel like I'm just trying to like take everything in because it's still new here. Like I'm
absolutely,
I'm less
girl,
than a year.
I've been here 9 years and I'm like, I still find new things. I still find new things.
How are you feeling about your identity here?
I feel uniquely American still.
Yeah.
Still, girl.
No, I'm definitely.
And I promise you, like, it's literally been 9 years and I still feel that way.
Yeah.
So I'm just vibing.
Yeah. I think that's kind of where I'm at. Like, like, obviously I'm more American than, but I'm just trying to learn. I'm just trying to.
That's beautiful too. Speaking of learning, like, what German things do you think that you'd take back with you if you go back to the US?
The stare. The not giving a shit. I don't know.
Just like the care, like not giving a shit.
Yeah. Because I'm so sensitive otherwise.
So Germany's like giving you a thicker skin.
Kind of, yeah, but I would say so. It's definitely helped me to like take a step back from where I was to kind of like look into to where I want to be in the future.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
What advice would you have to any Americans wanting to move to Germany?
I do it. Truly. Yes. Like, it took me a while to love it. Yeah. And still some days I'm like, oh gosh, this is just so different. And I don't think that it's that I don't love it is this like being scared.
Of course. Of the unknown.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
Unknown.
Exactly. But like, why not? Like,
just do it.
What's hurting you to like go and see other cultures and other worlds and being able to travel? Because Munich's so central to everywhere. Like, go. Just go.
Just do it. I always tell people, what's the worst that can happen is that you don't like it and you go home.
And you go home.
And that's it.
Exactly. Like, go try the new foods. Go learn new religions. Go learn new cultures. Like, go.
Yeah.
I want everyone to go.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah. And I want to finish like saying like, okay, so it's 5 years from now and Bailey is now 40.
It's true.
Can you give a shout out message to her?
Good job. And that took a weird route for me to be able to say that to myself because otherwise like I'm overthinking everything. But good job for like going out and trying new things and meeting new people and just embracing, your presence, the present of where you are, the presence of being you. Just good job and continue to do that.
I love that. Yeah. It's important for us to give ourselves credit where credit's due. Sometimes, like, in the moment, it's just like we're just kind of go. Yeah. But, like,
when you step back and look, good job.
Give yourself a little pat on the back.
Because not everybody can do stuff like this.
Seriously.
And so, like, good job for you, too.
How many people from your hometown do you know that have, like, moved to Germany?
Not many. I live in a town of, like, my county is 25,000 people.
Yeah.
Most people go to Panama City Beach. Like, and it's just, most people don't even go out of the country.
No, same. So where I'm from too, I have to think, like, put things into perspective. Yeah. Like, I don't know anyone from my hometown that has moved to Germany.
No, I know one person that's moved around. Yeah. But that's just like, she's great, but she's older than me. Like people my age, like, no. So
I want to finish off with like a little hot or not kind of.
Okay. Let's go.
To end the episode. Okay. Living without AC.
Hot. And not in a good way.
But you mean not.
Like not
it
hot.
Is hot.
Not hot. But we bought one.
Did you? Good on y'all.
For the bedroom.
Good on y'all. Oh my gosh. It's blazing sometimes here. Like it's like 92 degrees Fahrenheit, which is like
hot.
I don't know, like 33 degrees in Celsius. It's warm.
Hot.
Yeah. It sucks in Germany in the summer.
It's hot, but not hot.
Yeah. That's funny. Like hot or not,
Hot or not.
it's blazing.
It's hot, yeah.
Pretzels as a meal.
Give me a little schinken and queso. And then I'm good.
And then it's hot.
And then it's hot.
Okay. Beer garden dates.
Oh, hot. Oh,
It's a vibe. Hot. It's a whole vibe. Okay. Public nudity by the Isar, which is like our river here in Munich.
You know what? Do your thing. I don't give a shit.
I love
like,
it.
I'm
You're
here
like,
for it.
Let the tits out. Like,
hell yeah, girl. Get your tits out. Yeah. No, I don't care.
I
do
love
your
it.
Thing.
You're like, you know what? Hot for you.
Yeah. Get it, girl.
Like, why
it don't
not?
affect me.
Okay. In general, summer here in Munich.
It's a vibe. Yeah, it's a vibe. Yeah, love it.
When the sun's out, y'all, just for some reference, the sun's like only out for probably 3 months out of the whole year.
Yeah, it's a vibe.
So when it is out, you're just like, this is the greatest city.
This is the greatest. I'm trying to walk the dogs, like have a beer, like walking with a beer.
I love
I'm
it.
down.
And then lastly, drinking wine at noon.
Baby, I drink it at 9 a.m. Hot.
All
day.
I love it.
Yeah.
Bailey, you know what? Cheers to that. Let's give a little cheers. I love it.
Thanks for having me on your podcast.
Thank you so much for listening. If y'all related to anything, please leave a comment down below. Other than that, thank you so much for listening. I had so much fun today, girl. We're about to eat some tacos for dinner.
Hell yeah.
It's been a whole vibe. Yes, I hope to have you back on the pod one day.
Ooh. Maybe I'll interview her.
Ooh, that'd be a twist.
That'd be fun.
I love it. Thank you so much. Right. And yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Bye. The Pod Abroad's video, audio, and music is produced and edited by Tim Teherne. Make sure to give us a follow and leave a comment if you like this episode.